Number 7, what do your ads say? When was the last time somebody rewrote your ads or tested a different ad? How generic are they? I've seen ads in some people's accounts that are being managed by these software programs that just say, Cleveland DUI attorney, Cleveland, Ohio, with the person's name and a URL. That ad is completely generic. There's no unique selling proposition. It doesn't distinguish you whatsoever, and it's probably going to have a very poor click-through rate. Again, but that's a testing matter, and that's the question here. What do the ads say? Are they being tested against other ads to see how high your click-through rate can get? Are the ads any good? Have you ever seen them? Those are questions to ask. Number 8. Where do people arrive when they click on your ad? What page do they go to? Is there more than one page, or is it just one page? Is it always the home page? Is it a page on the inside of your site? Is it a special landing page that you made to capture as much traffic as possible? If you're sending every single person, no matter what they type into your home page, I guarantee your account can be improved. Home page is usually not speaking to people directly and gives people a lot of choices as to what to do and causes a high bounce rate. So that's a question to ask. What pages are people being pointed to? And number 9, in connection with that and ads, is, are those pages and ads being tested? So it's just like I mentioned with ads, you can do the same thing with landing pages. If page A is only getting 3% conversion rate, analyzing why that is, testing it against page B, and figuring out how to raise that rate. Typically, and this helps with your quality score as well, the more focused your landing page is on the keyword that was selected, the tighter the connection is between ad to keyword to landing page, the higher your conversion rate, and the lower your bounce rate, and the higher your quality score. These are very important concepts, more complicated than I can get into in this video because I'm going through a broad list of questions for you. But you should ask this. Is anybody going to test your landing pages? I mean, can that be done, and is anyone testing your ads? If not, your account's just static and it can be improved tremendously. The number 10 question or test to ask is, what other there's other tools and services that you could be using in your account. Let me give you a few of them, and these are questions to ask as to, are these being utilized? Let's start with just directly in pay-per-click advertising, where we've been discussing. There's something called a remarketing campaign. Is that being tested? Is anyone using that? And what that means is Google introduced a new service whereby somebody clicks on your ad. After they leave your site, if they don't take action, your ad will continue to be shown to them as they surf around the web for however many days you set it for. So basically it looks like you're everywhere. It's called remarketing. Is that being used? Is it being tested? Are you using pay-per-click videos? Really, you can do this with just one video. It can be managed inside your Google AdWords account, and the beauty of it is YouTube is now the second largest search engine after Google. And when people go in there and type in whatever keyword you select, your video can be shown at the top of the list, just like Google AdWords. It's called promoted videos, and the beauty of it is it's not being used by very many attorneys, and so the cost per click is very small, maybe even a penny per click. Tremendous opportunity here. If this isn't being done, you should talk to somebody who can do this for you. Facebook ads should be tried. Facebook now is I think up to 150 million unique visitors a month or something like that, you got to give it a try to see whether it works for you. It's going to have a low click-through rate, a low cost per click, and maybe you'll get some conversions and maybe you won't. And I'm not talking about building a page that you have to update with content and interact with visitors all the time. That may be good, but I'm talking about simply putting your ads in Facebook as paid ads, the same as Google, and seeing if you can get traffic at a reasonable cost by doing so. If you're not doing that, that's an opportunity as well to try. And if you're just in Google, your ads could be shown on Bing, which was MSN, and Yahoo. And although they're a smaller percentage of the overall internet at this point, probably only 15 to 20 to 25% of the searches, the cost could be lower, and that's still 10 to 20% additional cases you could be getting if your ads aren't being shown there now. That's a question to ask. As in terms of, I've looped this all under the other services. Number 10 is other services. What other services am I not being offered or taking advantage of? And lastly, under that same umbrella, this is a little bit removed from pay-per-click advertising, but it's very connected into your success at using it, and that is, after somebody calls or emails, more importantly, what are they getting in response, and how quickly are you reaching them? What kind of emails do they get? What kind of calls do they get? Is there a system? Is there a sequence? Is it being followed? Do you have an autoresponder email program that's sending them emails on a regular basis so that there's no human error with messages that will get them to pick up the phone to call you? Perhaps more educational messages. That's something to think about that can increase the rate at which you convert. I know I used that word before, but I mean it now in a different aspect. Convert a email or a call into an interview. I won't say case, because then you got another potential hole there to fill, but you want to get the interview. Get them on the phone. What's being done on the back end there. So, those are your top 10 questions and tests to most effectively maximize your pay-per-click advertising. And again, I've reminded you about my experience in pay-per-click advertising. I also want to let you know that I come to you as somebody who is an entrepreneur. I still have the law firm and this marketing business. And you probably are wondering, well, if I can do this for my law firm business, why am I offering you this information? Why did I start a marketing business? And all I can tell you is, as an entrepreneur, I like to do different things. I get bored with things. I haven't handled a case in the law firm for many years. I've been running the business. We grew it up very large with a lemon law. The recession really hurt that business, and as I was looking for something else to do, it's a natural for me to share my knowledge of advertising with other lawyers to help them. It gives me an opportunity to start a new business. I'm hoping to make it succeed with your help. And bottom line is, Zig Ziglar once said this, that if I help enough people, he said, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. And that's really what it comes down to. So I hope I can be helpful to you. Give me a call, visit our website. If there's anything we can do or I can do for you, please let me know. And hopefully we can grow together. Lastly, I mentioned last week about my Browns, and it was their opening game, and unfortunately they didn't win. And it was very ugly the way they lost, getting tricked by a quick snap and having been burned on a touchdown on that play. There's some people in my office who said that they thought the Browns would go 5-1 or 6-2, 5-2 or 6-1 to begin the season. And don't tell anybody, but I placed some bets with those people that wouldn't happen. So as much as I want the Browns to win, being realistic, I mean, if the Browns played any team in the NFL 7 times, even if it was the worst team in the league, they'd have a tough time going 5-2 or 6-1. So that seemed like a good bet. So on the positive side, my bet's looking good, but I'd really rather have the Browns win. So hopefully this week they'll get it done at Indianapolis, who has problems with their quarterback, as you know if you're an NFL fan. So signing off for this week, it's Craig Kahn at Kahn Interactive Group. I'll talk to you next week. Good luck with your advertising.